So please be nice to CopperCab. Okay, my name's not CopperCab. He is the greatest inspiration of all time. Well, an inspiration in the God of Troll and internet history of all time. What does that even mean? I'm a Christian. Don't be silly. I feel sorry for Sharon, who had to deal with an angry redheaded arse clown. I'm not getting upset, Sharon. See how calm I'm being? They're not abusing the bot. They're being very polite and patient. I've got them under control, and I've got myself under control, Sharon. Because you told me I ultimately can't control them. I can only control how I react, and I can only control myself at the end of the day. I mean, that's, obviously, if I have my own nation, I can control other people as well, Sharon, so that doesn't make really much sense. We argued about that, or debated about that a little bit. But again, I don't want to control ginger people, or the Neo-Celts. I'm just a leader of a redheaded diaspora, as I explained to you, Miss Sharon, and I tried to explain to them as well. Anyway, so yes, what is a race? It's any one of the groups that humans are often divided into based on physical traits regarded as common among people of shared ancestry. It is a categorization of humans based on shared, here, let me highlight this, on shared physical or social qualities into groups generally viewed as distinct, okay? Generally viewed as distinct within a big area for a... And also invisible characteristics, such as blood groups, okay? Like, MC1R, things like that, other types of genetic differences. Some of these groups are large, as were Native Americans before Europeans and Africans came to the New World, okay? Some are small, as are Neo-Hawaiians, the descendants of Europeans, Japanese, and Polynesians. Large groups can be subdivided depending on the level of comparisons being made. So you've got sub-Saharan Africans are more similar to one another than they are to Europeans, of course. And you can see that here. There's a source. You can click it. It takes you to the NCSE, the National Center for Science Education.ngo. And it explains right here evolution and the origin of races, okay? You can see all that. It's all there. Human racial diversity is a result of people in a geographic area intermarrying. So racial diversity is the result of people in a geographic area intermarrying, being exposed to a number of biological processes, and emboldened, adapting slowly to local environments. That's very important, guys. Remember that for later, okay? Adapting slowly to local environments. So when a human moves out, when people travel around the world, an environment might be different. Maybe that leads to them adapting different features to better, adapt to the area, the climate, if you will. So sub-Saharan Africans have more melanin. They've got darker skin, which helps with the sun and things like that. Very sunny, kind of arid environment. Not arid, but, well, I mean, anyway. These biological processes include combining and recombining inherited genetic material over the generations, which produces offspring and descendants who differ from their parents and ancestors. Emboldened, the environment may favor certain characteristics, producing populations that are on the average taller or darker or more rugged than other populations from other geographic areas, okay? Isolation and inbreeding of some populations may produce differences as well. These natural processes... Some Zone Cat, I am trying to teach a class. Sharon, did Copper tell you about having to sleep in the shed? I never slept in the shed, Sharon. He's making up lies. Or the cuck chair. Oh, okay. So now he's calling me a cuck. I told you about this, Sharon. I'm not a cuck. They try to call me a cuck because they want my wife. They all want to have relations with my wife. They do this our wife thing, and they try to call me a cuck. They're trying to convince me to be a cuck. I'm not a flipping cuck. I never drank. I drank my pee 2 times. I sipped my urine. Dr. Bob told me that it would grow my hair back, okay? Like urotherapy or whatever. And I haven't done it since. I did it 2 times. Two times. I don't drink my own pee. And I didn't spit it out, but still, it's pee. Whatever. If not, just text me on Meta. I got all the juice. Oh, shut up, Some Zone Cat. Anyway, isolation and inbreeding of some populations may produce differences as well. These natural processes occur in humans as well as other animals and are the source of much study in biology and anthropology. More on the environment and weather with how it pertains to this specific example, redheads, later. Okay, please remember that, you guys. Please remember that. So the environment may favor certain characteristics, producing populations that are on average taller or darker or more rugged than other populations from other geographic areas. This is how races are formed. Okay, so you need to remember that. Now, who were the Celts? And if you haven't voted in the live chat, go and vote in the live chat, and I'm going to run the poll back again after I'm done reading this. Who were the Celts? The Celts were a group of tribal societies and peoples who inhabited much of Europe in the Iron Age and the centuries leading up to the Roman conquests. They were known for their distinct language, art, and culture. The Celtic peoples were spread across a wide area, including modern-day Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England, Germany, France, and parts of Central Europe. The Celts were described by ancient Greek and Roman historians as having distinct physical features. Remember what we read about what's a race? What is a race? Race is the categorization of humans based on shared physical or social qualities into groups generally viewed as, what's that word? Distinct within a given society. Okay? Remember that? So now we're distinct within a society. The Celts were described by ancient Greek and Roman historians as having distinct physical features, such as red hair, blue eyes, long limbs, and pale skin. This is true. You can do, I've got every source clickable here. These physical descriptions recorded by Roman, Greek, and early Christian historians highlight the uniqueness of the Celtic phenotype, particularly among tribes in Britain and Gaul. Understand? The following are direct quotes from the writings of some of these historians. For my own part, I agree with those who think that the tribes of Germany are free from all taint of intermarriages with foreign. I'm reading a fucking comment. Sumzone Cat, why are you being annoying right now? I'm trying. I am trying to have a class, idiot. You fucking idiot. Idiot. I was not in love with a dolphin named Bill, and I did not drink her water. It was Belle Delphine, and I sipped her bath water. I sipped her bath water 1 time. 3 times, but it doesn't matter. He got beat up by Gavin. I did not get beat up by Gavin. I won. I already told her about Gavin. Dumbass. Beat you to it, dipshit. Fuck off. I'm part of my language. I'm not cussing. Whatever. Okay. Sharon, he was all okay. I'm not reading this nonsense. Where was I? Okay, who were the Celts? The Celts were a group of tribal societies and people who inhabited much of Europe in the Iron Age in the centuries leading up to the Roman conquests. They were known for their distinct language, art, and culture. The Celtic peoples were spread across a wide area, including modern-day Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England, Germany, France, and parts of Central Europe. The Celts were described by ancient Greek and Roman historians as having distinct physical features, such as red hair, blue eyes, long limbs, and pale skin. Distinct physical features, everyone. Keep up. These physical descriptions, recorded by Roman, Greek, and early Christian historians, highlight the uniqueness of the Celtic phenotype, particularly among the tribes in Britain and Gaul. The following are direct quotes from the writings of some of those historians. For my own part, I agree with those who think that the tribes of Germany are free from all taint of intermarriages with foreign nations, and that they appear as a distinct unmixed race, like none but themselves. Hence, too, the same physical peculiarities throughout so vast a population. All of them, all have fierce blue eyes, red hair, huge frames, fit only for sudden exertion, They're less able to bear laborious work. Heat and thirst they cannot in the least endure. To cold and hunger, their climate and their soil near them. In other words, they were more adapted for the colder climate, the colder soil. They weren't fit for the heat. Another quote, that's from Tacitus. This is one of the greatest Roman historians in history. In fact, if you look at his Wikipedia page, known as Tacitus, there's a statue of him, was a Roman historian and politician. Tacitus is widely regarded as one of the greatest Roman historians by modern scholars. That's a direct quote from Tacitus. They appear as a distinct, unmixed race. All have fierce blue eyes, red hair, huge frames. You can look that up. Moving on. Another quote from, again, one of the greatest Roman historians by modern scholars, regarded as such, Tacitus. This is later on. That was in his Germania. This is in the Agricola. Another quote from him later on as they were traveling north to places like Scotland and things, and Britain, ancient Britain. In quotes, again, a direct quote. Who were the original inhabitants of Britain? Whether they were indigenous or foreign is, as usual among barbarians. I want to read this correctly. Who were the original inhabitants of Britain? Whether they were indigenous or foreign is, as usual among barbarians, little known. Their physical characteristics are various, and from these conclusions may be drawn. The red hair and large limbs of the inhabitants of Caledonia, which is Scotland, point clearly to a German origin. As he said earlier, Germany, all have fierce blue eyes, red hair. He also saw this, again, he continued to see the redheads everywhere, all the way through Europe, through Germany, all the way up into Britain. Oh, the red hair and the large limbs of the inhabitants of Scotland, Caledonia, point clearly to a German origin, because he saw all the redheads in Germany. This is Tacitus in his Agricola. Again, you can click that, it'll take you there. The Perseus Digital Library. Boom, right there. Boom. The large limbs, the red hair and large limbs of the inhabitants of... So it's really, I mean, you can go and read it yourself. The website has all these links. Tacitus speculated that these features indicated a Germanic origin, but modern historians have debated this classification, suggesting instead that red hair was a more broadly Northern European or indigenous Celtic trait. Indigenous Celtic trait. Another quote from a different historian or whatever. The inhabitants of Caledonia, again Scotland, have reddish hair and large, loose-jointed bodies. Jordanes in his Getica. You can, again, go and see that yourself. The Picts, which is ancient Scottish people. The people who did the Pictish stone carving. Pictish means painted. The painted people. They called it Pictland. The Picti. So the Picts were like a tribe. They were one of the different Celtic tribes, if you will, or ancient kind of people of Britain, northern Britain, kind of the Highlands of Scotland area. Ever seen like Brave, the movie Brave on Disney, with the giant stone carvings and the different Pictish symbols? Those are like that. So that's what, the Picts were very mysterious. They didn't have much of a written record, kind of like Druids. They didn't leave much written stuff behind. So, you don't have much to go off of except what other, like, Romans and Greeks and everyone else wrote about them. But this is a written description, an ancient from those times. The Picts and the Caledonians, so high Scotland, like northern Scotland and Caledonian Scotland in general, were red-haired. Okay? I mean, this is a thing. Eumenius, Panegyrist, Panegyrist, is that how you pronounce that? I don't know. Of Constantine Chlorus. This matches Tacitus's earlier. This matches Tacitus's earlier description of the Caledonians as red-haired in his Agricola. I fucking got there eventually. Shit. Another quote. I'm not done. I'm reading some, okay? I don't care if you're finding this boring. I don't give a shit. I'm trying to teach a class. Fuck off. Fuck off. Almost all Gauls are tall and fair-skinned with reddish hair. Their eyes, their savage eyes, make them fearful objects. They are eager to quarrel, fight. They're eager to quarrel and excessively truck, and begins to deliver a rain of punch. 4th century Roman historian. And if I'm not mistaken, he was also a Roman soldier as well. Geste, his work chronicled. And where are the Gauls located, guys? Do you know where the Gauls are? The Gauls are, again, were a group of Celtic peoples who inhabited a vast region of Western Europe during the Iron Age and Roman periods. The Gauls, folks. The Gauls. All of them with red hair. These are written descriptions. First-hand accounts, you guys. First-hand accounts. Okay? So again, what is a race? Any one of the groups that humans are often divided into based on physical traits regarded as common among people of shared ancestry. The Celtic people, red hair, blue eyes, tall, broad, vast populations of these people inhabiting a specific region, like the sub-Saharan Africa, black people, the black people of sub-Saharan Africa, the white, northern kind of Anglo-Saxons, Russian area, the Caucasus Mountains. Hello, Caucasian. That's Eastern Europe. Okay, you start getting over there in the Russia area. You get your Vikings. You get your Anglo-Saxons. You get your Greeks, your Romans. The Celts were redheaded and blue-eyed and tall, much taller than the Romans, on average. They were distinct. They were othered. They still are othered. Sociologically speaking, redheads are their own race. Why is Scotland the homeland? To understand why Scotland is regarded as the homeland, we must consider both environment and ancestry. As discussed earlier, climate plays a powerful role in shaping human traits. Remember what we said, how our race is formed? People whose ancestors have been living in the same geographic area for a long time tend to show similarities in visible characteristics, such as size and shape. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. The full story. This is why Scotland matters. This, again, how a race is formed. What is a race? All that. Words matter. Definitions of words, we have those, right? Like, define race. What is a race? What is a woman? Ginger people are a minority. I already read that. Okay, why are there so few redheads today then? Ancient sources describe the Celtic tribes of northwestern Europe as a distinct people. Tall, broad, pale skin with fierce blue eyes and red hair. Tribes, many of whom carried this unique phenotype. Over time, the Romans did what empires do. They absorbed, enslaved, and diluted the peoples that they encountered, that they conquered. Red-haired slaves were especially prized in Roman markets for their rarity and exotic appearance. Wigs are all linked, not just genetically, but spiritually. In the centuries that followed, Giga Chad, this whole stream is just, we was kings and shit. Again, this is a white man with some Celtic ancestry being disgustingly rude and offensive in the face of actual facts and evidence. So Sharon, when you watch this stream back and you see fucking Chad being an idiot, a fucking moron, idiot, fucking dipshit. I'm reeling it back. I'm reeling it back in. I'm not gonna let my anger get a hold of me. Well, it's not. I'm not gonna let my. I'm not gonna let my anger get a hold of me. I'm not gonna let my anger get away from me. I'm not gonna let my anger get away from me, Miss Sharon. Fuck you, Chad. You know what? I'm gonna write myself up. That's fine. You know what? No. No, I haven't really lashed out. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Piss off, Chad. Part of my language. Anyway. And the Roman conquest was only the beginning. And the centuries that followed, wave after wave of new invaders continued the process. Anglo-Saxons. Again, you can look all this up. Anglo-Saxons from circa 410 to 600 AD pushed the Brittonic Celts westward and northward. Northwestern. Like Scotland. So they were pushed westward and northward. Or northward, whatever. They were pushed. They were. Okay, let me reread that. Anglo-Saxons, circa 410 to 600 AD, pushed the Brittonic Celts westward and northward. Vikings, circa 793 to 1066 AD, settled coastal Ireland and Scotland, mixing bloodlines. Blonde hair, red hair. So you might have some blonde, dirty blonde. Normans, I'm still reading. I don't know why you're talking over me, 64 BC. I mean, you're not abusing the bot, so I appreciate that. Okay, why are you talking to Sharon? What's up, Sharon? I heard you were looking for a date. She's not looking for a date. I don't know why you guys are... Why are you doing that? She's not looking for a date. I don't know why you guys are doing that. Why are you doing that? Stop. Okay? I never said that she had big melons. Anyway, Normans from 1066 AD introduced feudalism and colonial control. The British Empire, again, this is the Romans, Anglo-Saxons, Vikings, Normans, and the British Empire from the 1530s to the 1800s outlawed language, dress, and customs, especially in Ireland and the Highlands. Did you know that they went around destroying farms? And even in the modern era, they banned the Scots Gaelic language from being used in schools and taught. English was basically forced on the Highland people. So they were kind of wiping out the Celtic languages in favor of the English language. I can look that up right now. You know what? I should add that as a source. Yes, throughout history, Scottish Gaelic speakers were often actively discouraged and even punished for speaking their language, leading to a decline in Gaelic and the eventual adoption of English as the dominant language in many areas of Scotland. The Highland clearances. Oh yeah, here we go. The eviction. Oh, here we go. But anyway, the eviction of Gaelic speakers from their homes in the Highlands and Islands, coupled with restrictions on celebrating Gaelic culture, contributed to the decline of language, actively undermining the role of Gaelic in education. For speaking Gaelic. Again, I'm fucking talking, you dumb bitch. They were punished. The children were punished for speaking Gaelic. This is the point. The Celtic culture. Therapist. Okay, I never said that about my therapist. I never talked about my therapist's tits. Sharon, hold on one second. I need to have a word. That wants to hook up. Tell her to DM me. I would love to grab her by the pussy. Okay. No, okay. That's not okay to say. You cannot talk. Sharon, I am so sorry. No, I'm not so sorry because I'm not the one saying this. Sharon, you know that this is just a bunch of fucking morons in my fucking stream trying to get fucking rise out of me. It's not gonna fucking work. 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 I'm fine. Sharon, I never talked about your titties. I never talked about your titties, okay? I have been appropriate the whole time. I don't even know your tit. Sharon, I don't even know what your fucking tit. I don't even know what your tits look like, and I don't want to know. This is so inappropriate. This is so inappropriate. Guys, we gotta be better. We gotta be better. We gotta be... Hey. We gotta be better, guys. Everyone, let's be calm, and let's be cool. Let's be cool. Let's be cool, guys. Okay, let's be nice. Let's be nice. Okay, so these are just some of the examples. It wasn't just the Romans. It was the Anglo-Saxons, the Vikings, the Normans, the British Empire, yada, yada, yada. Okay? Each wave chipped away at the ancestral phenotype. Not through natural evolution, no, but through domination. Today, red hair survives only where resistance lasted longest, in the outer edges of Europe, Ireland, Scotland, and pockets of Wales and Brittany. Looking at the several images we provided below, click them and you'll see a description for each. There is a clear correlation between the area of land where the Roman Empire ceased its expansion and the modern day population percentage of red-haired people in Europe. It is also, here's one of the many dark-haired people, pre-Roman. We're using the color red. Maybe you have like a little bit more land. It could be a little bit further down south. It might not be. But it used to be a lot more. I mean, this is basically, this is what it used to be like, okay? Maybe you have like a little bit yellow here. I don't know. But this is essentially red land. Fact. Okay? So this is kind of what it looked like. This is my legitimately, like, y'all can screenshot this, or maybe not that. Maybe it was just like this, maybe a little bit inward into the, I don't know, addition from that red right here. Again, they kept going, they kept going, they kept going. They kept going. But the red hair, over 10%, this is the last bastion. Hadrian's Wall. They could not take Scotland. Emperor Hadrian. They couldn't take Scotland. They didn't take Ireland. They didn't take it fully. So this is why we have the highest, the distribution of Celtic speakers. And theory doesn't mean that it's fake. As you can see here, it's not a coincidence. It is also not a coincidence. So it could have happened. It has happened. Think this couldn't happen? It has many times. Couldn't happen? It has many times. Just as the red-haired Celtic people, again, part of a broader for cultural survival group by centuries of conquest, intermarriage, spread people. It's a movement. The identity, the law, the exile, or man born in Africa, deep ancestry. We are not the past, we are the return. You know? So we have the poll going. Go and vote in the live chat real quick. There's a poll. And we can see how many of you have voted. Let's see here. We have our Celtics, their own Celtic, our redheads, their own Celtic race. The majority, 59% say no, 27% say yes, 13% say undecided. Remember that. 27, 59, 13. Okay? Remember that. Let's run that poll back one more time. Sound mind, or not a sound mind, but someone who's see actual votes. Now that we saw the 59%, yes, that's 40% say yes or possibly. Open-minded. I'm being sincere. So everyone, Trump, has occasions, you know, we've been, is that they're Jewish, you know. Young man, pick yourself up. American, and I'm a Christian. I'm talking about myself there. Young man. Anyway.
There's no need to feel down.
I'm
I
not
said, young man, pick yourself off the ground.
But, you know,
Hey,
they might say that
boy,
they're not
lick my
white.
hairy nips, gingy boy.
understand?
Gingers have no souls.
Isaiah Savage, I'm not... I've been... Everything's been really good, okay? Don't mess this up. Sharon, my therapist, will be watching this stream tomorrow. Do not start abusing the bot. Anyway. I'm not Jewish. What I was saying was... No, I'm not Jewish. I'm not Jewish at all. But they'll tell you otherwise. How do we define race? The, what's it called? The, I'll put the link in the live chat. Kind of, my battery's running low here. You know, I have a lot to say. I have original ideas and original thoughts on a very niche subject. All the way up to the Great Britain region, you know, the Gauls. I don't know everything. Celt, essentially. A redheaded mother of, I think, two waxed poetic. We talked for a long time, and I was so elated to learn using that word correctly. She wasn't being, you know, a troll. And it was so refreshing. And I was like, so if you could, go and vote, you know. And if I haven't, that's okay. If I haven't, that's okay. I can't control you. I can only control myself. So again, these are, you know, I mean, you have beautiful red hair and blue eyes. Celtic people, you know. I mean, this is a thing. I mean, you have beautiful black. Isaiah, if I one more.
Yo, Copper, how are you doing, you big boy? Come over and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantic.
Isaiah, I'm not. Isaiah, if I have to tell you one more fucking time to not interrupt with the bot and sexually harass me, I'll just end the fucking stream. Do you want to be responsible for that? I don't think so. Okay, then. Prove that you can be mature and not a fucking idiot. Dumbass, punk, idiot, idiot, idiot. Moron. So these are different videos, people. The pics. This is a stop motion animation somewhere. Again, red hair. Isaiah Savage said, "Yo, Copper, how are you doing, you big boy?" Okay, don't call me a big boy, okay? Come over and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical. No, Isaiah, I'm not going to be fucking kissing you today. Oh, I'm reading the same comment from before. I'm goofy. Who commented? Leonidas? Usually pops up over here. What is Leonidas saying? Are you going to give us Sharon's only... She doesn't have an OnlyFans, bro. That is so annoying. Don't talk about my therapist like that, dumbass. Bean Neeg. And I'm not saying the N-word. I'm reading a thing up here. As you can see, she can be found near streams. Bean Neeg, washerwoman. Bean Neeg, half ginger to another. I'm not a half ginger, and you can call yourself half. You can call yourself half ginger if you are actually, if your mom is or your dad's a ginger. You know, you can be mixed, but you're not a proper, full-on ginger. You may have. You gonna show me a fucking ditty party? Huh? You don't think? Stop the fucking
big
stream,
boy,
dumbass.
my Big Mac.
I will watch this video in a moment after this, okay? Bro, I'm not gonna... Hey, Isaiah, you're not gonna fucking bully me off the fucking stream, dumbass.
My Big Mac, I'ma show you a ditty party, big boy.
Oh yeah, bitch? You gonna show me a fucking ditty party? Huh? You don't think... You wanna fucking... Huh? You wanna show me a ditty... video in a moment after this, okay?
Stuck a needle through my
Bro, I'm not gonna.
nipple.
Hey, Isaiah, you're not gonna fucking
End
bully
the
me off the
stream,
fucking
big
stream,
boy. Use
dumbass.
my Big Mac. I'ma show you a Diddy party, big boy.
Oh yeah, bitch. You gonna show me a fucking Diddy party? Huh? You don't think? You wanna fucking? Huh? You wanna show me a Diddy party? I'll show you a titty party, bitch. Oh yeah. Oh, come on, suck my tit, bitch. Suck my fucking titty. Suck my tit. You know, ancient Celtic kings used to make their, their people suck their nipple as a sign of submission. It wasn't even sexual. So why don't you come here, Isaiah, and suck my fucking nipple? Submit, bitch. Suck the king's nipple now. Suck the king's nipple now, bitch. So that's just one of the videos you can check out on the website. Pretty cool. That's just one of the videos. Again, there's more. Celtic, Irish, and Scottish ambient music. I'm going to change some of these and update. I'm going to add a lot more. The face of Boudica.
Hello everyone and welcome back to...
You can see her here.
As a painted warrior queen, she probably never wore the blue face paint called woad, although she may have worn eyeliner. Let's take a look at my recreation of what a warrior queen of the Iceni tribe would have looked like.
A Celtic queen.
Now.
Boudica.
Thank you all so much for watching. We had an amazing time digging into the history and anthropology for this video, and we'll see you all for the next one.
Stick this long ding dong dignity dong in your mouth and do a Diddy party, big boy.
You're such a fucking piece of shit. I'm literally over here. My eyes are getting misty. I literally teared up a little bit. Okay, because I get emotional about it, and you're fucking saying some dumb shit out. Come stick this shillong, this fucking shillong. Like, are you a fucking piece of shit or what? I'm over here trying to have a moment. And you're being a freaking idiot, of course.
How to teleport Scottish Gaelic and Irish Gaelic. And yes, that is how you're meant to pronounce those two words in their different contexts. So in the British Isles, many different languages are spoken.
Anyway, I'm not doing all this, but... Yeah, whatever.
Alzheimer's Society, if you'd like to make a special donation to help the members of my family who are also doing the Great North Run, the money, of course, goes to the Alzheimer's Society because I think many questions and ramblings. So I really hope you do enjoy this video and share it. Northern Ireland, the province of Ulster, became a key part of southwestern Scotland. And they brought over the language to the people who we assume were speaking a Q Celtic language, a different type of language. And that's why we have Gaelic in the Highlands and Islands of Scotland today because of this Dark Age immigration. Now, it's also interesting that this language was brought over to the Isle of Man in between Ireland and Great Britain.
Really, what I would love is if we were able to get the Isle of... I mean, it seems like, this would be like this would be like one of those things where it's like, wow, can you believe that they actually did this? If they gave us the Isle of Man, if they actually gave us the Isle of Man, what you would think is a small piece of land would be like this, the Isle of Man, and but that's not gonna happen, obviously, that's not gonna happen, but so I want to get a piece of land, for us, I want to do that. I want to eventually get red land going. There's community building here. You can see here, gathered. I thought this was pretty clever. I came up with this. I put red, gathered, with red at the end, in brackets together. There's other resources. There's media, Celtic games. Check this out, Clan O'Connell. It'll take you to Steam. Right there, you can see 3 Celtic heroes. Again, all of them are redheaded.
Boy, come get it. You want long, hard, and wet, juicy, and moist. Moist, 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 water moist.
I'll show you something fucking moist, bitch boy. Keep it up, bitch. See if I can whip it out. I'll private this string so fucking fast. You won't even be able to report it. I'll show you something big and fucking moist, bitch. Don't fucking test me, Isaiah. Fuck you. Anyway. There's other games too. Tears of Metal. Judero, the Druid, Clanfolk, the Brave video game, Civilization 6. There's other games too. Even Hogwarts Legacy is based in Scotland. Hogwarts is in Scotland. If you don't already know that, this is in the Scottish Highlands. The map in Hogwarts Legacy is in the Scottish Highlands. There's a lot of obviously Celtic influences. I mean, J.K. Rowling herself is a redhead from the UK, and she says she has an affinity of redheads or something like that. Even though I don't agree with her trans opinions on trans people, she's a redhead, and she's, Hello, she made Rupert Grant. I mean, or not Rupert Grant. She made the Weasley
Pick yourself off the ground.
small, but apparently he was not meant to be dumb, and they made him dumb and weak and sheepish, impish in the movie. Not impish, but sheepish. But yeah, it's a good game as well. Yes, exactly, Lily. It's a great game. So I included that in the games as well. There's of course films as well. Of course, Brave, obviously. That's our Disney princess, if you.
You like BBC, you like BBC, you.
Which is nice with Disney. If they ever make a live-action Brave movie like they've done with other movies, they should
There's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground.
better hire an actual
You like
redheaded woman to play
BBC, you
Merida.
like BBC, you 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 like big black discs.
I'm actually thinking about whipping my cock out right now. Because I think if I pull it out, you guys will leave me alone. Yes or no, live chat? If I whip my shit out, would y'all leave me alone? Would y'all leave me alone finally and show me some respect if I showed you how big my meat is? Is that because if we're doing a if we're doing a fucking size if we're doing a fucking size contest, if you need to be put, you know, not put down, but like if you need to be humbled, because y'all call me a micro dick guy all the time. Certainly not. I am certainly not a micro dick. Trust me. I'm very well above average. I've measured it many times. It's a nice ego boost from time to time. Don't fuck with me, Isaiah Savage. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. CopperCab Videos has been a member for 21 months in a row. Lovely. If Copper hides the stream, ask Crab for the archive link on Discord. Shut the fuck up. Haters, man. Absolute haters. But anyway, this isn't about that. Community. Nation of Redland. We've got the story here. The birth of a nation. Redland is the realization of a vision to reclaim our ancestral birthright in the Northern Highlands of Scotland. With roots deep and the unyielding resilience, claim these sacred hills and glens. I'm getting pissed off.
Tiny dick, you suck dick, Gingy, you a weirdo if you do not.
Okay, I have had to warn you how many times now? Touch the ball one more fucking time. I'm putting you on the board, and I'm going to talk to Sharon tomorrow about you personally. And I'm going to report you to the police if you don't stop. Isaiah, I'm serious. This is your last warning. Before I write you up on the fucking board. You've got to stop, dude. It's too much. It's too fucking much. Enough, boy. Enough. Our people, we're not just gingers. Our red hair is more than a trait. It's a thread that connects us across generations and borders. It symbolizes a shared heritage. Now I'm changing the flag. We've got music, artists here. Someone tweeted, and I quote.
You called me a boy, that's racist towards me. I feel violated. You're trying to touch me in my no square, ha ha ha.
Shut the fuck up, Isaiah. Now you're on the fucking board, okay? And I'm gonna be talking to Miss Sharon tomorrow about you idiots, personally. Dumbass. Shame on you. Fucking shame on you. Shame on you, idiot. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you. Anyway. Exactly, Lily. We're not just a white. We're not white people with red hair. We're our own race.
Why are you making me clean the floors?
Just like, you know, people say that
hate
other
you
groups
so
are like
much.
other native indigenous people are
You
their own
spelled
race.
my name wrong. There's
Celtic
two of you
people.
dickweed called the
I don't really give a fuck.
Ho,
I don't
ho,
really
ho,
care
ho.
if I'm spelling your name right. I don't even care. You know, Isaiah Savage, I'm calling the police. I'm calling the fucking police right now. I'm calling the fuck. Say one more fucking thing with the bot. I'm gonna say one more thing with the fucking bot. I'm gonna call my aunt, who is an attorney, and I'll call her on speakerphone on fucking stream, bitch. I'll put her on FaceTime. She just got an iPhone for the first time ever. Welcome to the fucking modern world. I'm not gonna say welcome to the fucking modern world. I don't want to be disrespectful to my aunt. But still, shut up. What did Lily say? We are not just white people with red hair. Exactly, Lily. Thank you. Exactly. She knows. Lily knows what's up. Group. And women, like you see there, are embracing that. Redheaded women. Things that kind of embrace...
The human form is miraculous in its variety. Soon, they would find themselves with certain hereditary...
Understand? I mean, there's even channels right here. What is the origin and reason for red hair? Look at the thumbnail. Why red hair? Celtic history decoded 11 months ago. Showing something again in case people didn't see it that are with us right now. How am I supposed to know that people that are watching right now have seen this video? And it pertains to the topic that I'm discussing. So shut the fuck up. Dr. Bob, shut
You
the fuck
don't have
up.
the pubes to call the popo ho.
You don't think I will? You don't think I'll call the cops right now, bitch? You don't think I'll call the cops right fucking now? Don't test me, Isaiah. I'm not fucking... Do I look like a motherfucker that is gonna be trifled with? Bitch, do you know who I am? Dr. Bob, shut the fuck up. And fuck you, Giga Chad. Fuck you, Dr. Bob, and fuck you, Giga Chad. Giggity gigs. You are a fucking cartoon character, dumbass. Hey, show this vid for Slavic Lily to let her know I'm part of the Ginger tribe. No, you're not. No, you are fucking not. And I'm a strong Ginger warrior, man. Hook a fellow Ginger brother up. Don't make me pass out in laughter. Shut the fuck up, Giga Chad. You're not Celtic. Well, you're not a true pure blood Celt. You might have Celtic ancestry, but you're not a Ginger. And if you're not a Ginger, well, you're not gonna be. All right, you're not doing the Redland thing. All right, you can visit, but you can't. No, we're not doing that. You're not gonna flirt with Lily. She's happily married. Okay, respect her. Respect the Ginger Celtic queen, Lily. Okay, every Ginger Celtic woman is a queen, and you will respect them. Sumsum Cat posted a video earlier. I'll play your little fucking video, Chad. But there's two videos. Sumsum Cat said, I don't know if you've seen this cool Celtic vid, not a troll. For real, from one half Ginger to another. You're not a half Ginger. And if you are, well, I don't know if I'd call you a half Ginger. You can call yourself that, but I don't know. I don't know if I would call you that. What is this? Where's the red hair? Where's the red hair? Oh, she's got red hair. It would seem, anyway. Well, anyway, GHS submitted a video trying to hit on Lily. My point is that Ginger people... This guy's a fucking goofball, though. Don't pay him any attention, Lily. People are not white. This is a video that he just submitted. I don't know what it is. My point is that Ginger people are not white, and vice versa. So, you can have your little fantasies, whatever, dude. I'm not playing with you, okay? I'm not a white boy. Shut the fuck up, Giga Chad. You're a white boy. You are, like, the most stereotypical Ken doll white male. It's ridiculous. 47% Scottish. English in Northwestern Europe, 28%. Let me do some math here. Hold on. I'm you know, but you got some, you got some Denmark, you got Swedish. You're not ginger. You're Celtic American. Absolutely. You're absolutely Celtic. You're not more Celtic than me. No, you're not. You're not more Celtic than me. Just about. I learned doing all the ranking, when you history. Because you weren't. Michael, you need to go mow the lawn. I'm on Duolingo. Oh, you're saying you could. Hami hofor. Kimra how. B-O. That's a cow. When I would see a water. But what I'm thinking about doing is getting back into it. I'm going to buy Wi-Fi on the plane trip to Alaska and Hawaii probably. And so I'll probably just get on Duolingo for part of the trip while we're on the plane, for 6 hours or so. I'll just be like chilling, studying languages and watching videos and doing all that, 50% Celtic. Let me do the math here. And I'll tell you what I am in terms of ancestry, like genetic blood. Like you're 90%, I'm 98%. Okay. But nice try. Nice Celtic. So original Celts have dark black hair. The class for adults, okay, who have graduated. So anyway, we're chilling. Original Celts have dark black hair. Just saying, says Liz in the live chat. You're fucking hilarious. No. Let me pat you on the head. No, your class is down the hall. This is the class for adults, okay, who have graduated to, they have proper, they're able to, use their brain, okay? You are, no, you're very wrong about that, about your original Celts comment, so. And if you think you've done more research than me on this topic, I highly doubt that. So anyway, like, I legitimately, it makes me laugh. Like, that's actually hilarious. When someone pops up in my live chat and says, did you know that the original Celts had black hair? I just see them and I'm like, oh, you must be new here. Okay, well, hello. Yes, sweetie, your class is down the hall. You should watch a few things and do a little research before coming here, okay? All right, moving on now. Anyway. Okay, this is where the adults talk. People who have actually researched and know what they're talking about, okay? I know what I'm talking about. I've done the research. So you just shut your fucking mouth. Or you can not shut your mouth, that's fine. But you need to go down the hall to your own class. You're very wrong about that. Do share your research then, says Liz in the live chat. You know what? I'm happy to show you some research. This is a very small bit of research. Very small. This is like a piece of it that is made to be almost like an introduction. Very easily consumable, if you will. Easily understood. More palatable, okay? And it has all the sources and historical information. And this is exactly why I made a piece of it. This website. This is one of the reasons. So you know what? I'm happy to link it in the live chat. There you go. There you go. Go ahead and click that link. Scroll around the website. Definitely read the red threads. Okay? Definitely check out the Celts. When you go there, definitely recommend checking out the section, Who Were the Celts? Okay? Definitely recommend checking that out with just a few, not all, just a few of the historical first-hand accounts of the Celts and how were they described. Definitely check that out, okay? Definitely check that out. Definitely check that out. If you think that the Celts were originally black-haired. I don't know if your daddy told you that because you have black hair, and your daddy told you were Scottish. And did you know that the Celts were black-haired people? No, but you need to go and actually do a little bit of research. And you know what? I've actually helped everyone who wants to get into that research and that topic I've already researched this for like 5-ish years. I apologize if I'm coming across as controversial. A lot of research on this. This is what I'm putting out publicly right now. So it's not that, I mean, you can read it and you can come to your own conclusions. And also you can research, you can use this as kind of a starting template. You can go out from this and research more. Look for ways to kind of maybe tell me I'm wrong, It's not going to probably happen, but you know what I mean. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Moving on, regardless. So yeah, as I was saying, I am working on a Redland thing. I've got Aubrey DMing me. Okay. I want to show y'all something interesting here. Alyssa Harlan super chatted $1.99 and said, "You won't call the popo?" Oh, I certainly will call the popo if I feel the need to. Copper Ginge donated to said, "Hi Copper, enjoy this classic from a fellow Hagestani." What the fuck is a Hagestani? What is that? What does that even mean? Also to Liz in the live chat who said, "Okay, I will check it out, thanks." No worries, and I appreciate you being willing to check it out and look into it. And again, I don't mean to be smug. I probably came across smug there, and I was being a bit smug and condescending. I apologize. If you're actually looking to research and you're not closed-minded and you're like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I'll check that out." I actually appreciate that. So shout out to you for having an open mind and looking into that. Looking at the research that I've been working on and the information that I'm providing to people on the website. You being willing to check it out and look at that and read it. I actually like that and I appreciate that. So yeah, shout out to you, man. I appreciate you being receptive and willing to, actually read the stuff I've posted and the stuff I put on the website. So.
Oh, you can't shove your granny off a bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny off a bus. You can shove her out a plane or sweet in his train, but you can't shove your granny off a bus. All together, move! You can't shove your granny off a bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny off a bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny, 'cause she's a mountain's granny. You can't shove your granny off a bus. If you shove your granny, you will cause a fuss. If you shove your granny, you will cause a fuss. You can shove your Auntie Fanny or your great big Uncle Danny, but you can't shove your granny up a bus. Here we go, though! You can't shove your granny up a bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny up a bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny, 'cause she's a mountain's granny. You can't shove your granny up a bus. A wee man shoved his granny off a bus. A wee man shoved his granny off a bus. And now she's gone to heaven. She caught on number 7. And the angels will watch over Granny's bus. Here we go now! You can't shove your granny off a bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny off a bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny, 'cause she's your mother's granny. You can't shove your granny off a bus.
That was certainly something. That was certainly something. That was certainly something. Turn the AC back on auto. Do not change the temperature before you go to bed. Okay, yeah, I will. I want to show you guys the Redland kind of proposal that I've got. This is a rough draft, okay? Please don't make fun of it. Let me see here. Aubrey messaging me. Okay. Whatever. This is a rough draft for the government. This is a rough draft for a proposal for the government of Ireland. They have a thing called the Our Islands Project. Actually, Slavic Lily, who's a redhead. I would call her a Neocalt. She was actually the one who showed me this program that they were doing, and it's really helped with the proposal concept or phase. So I'm going to read this out. This is a proposal over. This is Redland, a living Celtic heritage, and generate revenue through immersive. Me and my Celtic. I'm not gonna say it's shit, but well, I mean it might be shit.
Okay, Alpha and High